Hello, everybody. How are you today? This is Merle, relationship miracle worker, and I've been married over 50 years. I can't believe it either. To the same man, happily. So I figure I must know something about relationship. And I do consider myself an expert, and I work with people, and I put on workshops. And today it's Merle's Pearls. I'm going to pick a topic, a relationship topic, and talk about it with you. If you're on here live and you want to make a comment, feel free. If you disagree, feel free to say so and why. And if you agree, that's good too. So my topic today is cohabitation versus marriage. Which is better? Well, I'm not going to talk about which is better. I'm going to say how they're different. I will say a lot of people that cohabitate, live together without being married, with I was going to say a diploma, with a legal document. I can't think of the word now. People that choose to do that, from what I've read, I've done a little research about it, think that it's just more convenient. I see them more and it's easier. I think what isn't added is it's less rent, things like that. But that's kind of sliding into a relationship. It's not as thoughtful or as long range. That's something that you do for now. But something you do for now and for the rest of your life. Well, you're going to say, oh, right, so many people are divorced. But the ones that have a chance of being married for the rest of their life expect it. if you only expect your marriage to be a couple years long, chances are it's only going to be a couple years long because you're gearing yourself that way. What's interesting, so there's a couple of things I found out that I didn't know, although one I suspected, and that is cohabitate first, that live together first and then get married. They are 33% more likely to divorce. So I thought that's interesting. I think a lot of people would expect that if you tried it out first, so to speak, that you would have a better chance of having a happy marriage. But the fact of the matter is that what's needed to have a happy cohabitation is different from what's needed to have a happy marriage. And part of which I mentioned before, which is that there's a mindset. It's a temporary mindset. It's for this is it's convenient. It's nice to like whichever way it's going, for now. And why not do it? So that's a different mindset than saying this is somebody that I love with my whole life, or I think I could. I really want to spend my whole life with this person. Do it. That's a different intention. You're going to get a different outcome with a different intention. I have to tell you, this is from an old website. I used to have a website, My Mount Everest, which talked about things like this. And somebody I knew, I was friendly with, when I was active in Hollywood, community stuff. She was in one of the council offices, I think with Garcetti, when he was a council person. And lovely, bright, active, vibrant young woman. And she had a male interest that I don't know if she was living with him or not, but she was definitely, they were definitely an item. And she argued with me that it's the same cohabitation and marriage, it's the same, and it's just this phony thing of having to have a legal document, and that doesn't make any sense. And you know, I don't argue with people, but she knew I didn't agree with her. And then her boyfriend said, we have to get married. And she gave him the same story. So, and you always think, right? You always think it's the guy that, oh yeah, I don't know, girl that didn't want to get married. And he said, that's it. We have to get married, or I'm not interested. So that shook her up, and she did get married. And then she later wrote me an article for my Mount Everest, God knows where it is now, saying that I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I feel differently in this relationship, married. It's a stronger tie, more real. It's the intention. And you know what else I think it is? Making it public. When you say to the world, I'm going to get married, and I'm taking out a legal document, which you can read on in some newspaper somewhere, in some classified ad or whatever. It's a public declaration. So you can't kind of sneak away and sneak out of, oh, I'm not living with him anymore, and nobody knew anyway. So that's the difference. And so that's my view on. Oh no, I'm trying to keep this to 9 minutes. It's already not working. But there's something else I want to tell you, and that is something else I read was that more lower income people just live together than get married, and more the better economically off you are, the more successful your relationship is, the more successful. And for those that cohabit and have more money, they do better. Well, and when you think about it, what happens is that making money, and then there just isn't that same tight bond of I'm married in front of the law. And for some people, that bond gives you some sense of security. If you cohabit with somebody and you have all the stress and the kids come and stuff like that, you start to fight, and they have a greater possibility of the physical and just mental abuse. So what that tells you that you should do for yourself, except do a research on it, the difference between cohabit and marriage, and find out what other people's experiences, and then search your own heart and your own situation and do what's right for you, because we're not all the same, and I don't presume to tell you what to do, but I presume to tell you that whatever you do it for yourself first, and do it with intention, and do it with generosity and compassion for the other person as well, yourself and the other person. That's it. That's my pearl of wisdom. Are you totally impressed? Have you learned something? I hope it's helpful to you. Feel free to tell me about it. And what else do I want to say? get my book, the Cracking Your Relationship Code. You can go to relationshipmiracleworker.com and look there for my book. That way, it goes to Amazon anyway, but I get a click out of it or something. I don't know. So, and tune in next week at noontime again, or 3 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, or whenever you tune in. And if you have comments or suggestions, I'm open. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Meanwhile, check out Merle's Pearls, which comes at 11 o'clock. You've already listened to that. And next week, remember, at 11. That's with, not Merle's Pearls. That's with Thursday Thoughts with Merle and Patty. Check out next Thursday from 11 to 12. I will see you then. Have a fabulous, fabulous week. Bye.